Hi, my name's Sean and welcome back to my channel. Right, today I've come out to a field which is pretty close to my house. It's only about a 10-minute drive. I did walk past here a couple of weeks ago and I noticed some nice corn growing, some nice cornfields. That's something I've never tried to photograph before. My last video, if you saw it, was I was out in a wheat field and I actually walked around the wheat field. I know the light was harsh, a little bit like today. As you can see, it's beaming down. It's only 8 o'clock in the morning. I managed to take a couple of nice shots, but more importantly, I just actually enjoyed getting out and about, taking some photographs. Also, while I'm here, I'm going to walk past a tree that is a little project of mine. I know I said I'll come back about July, August to film it. We're coming up to the end of June now, and it's like a 4 photo project I'm doing throughout the year. So I'm going to have a quick scout at that to look at that and see if it's worth taking the picture now instead of the end of July, because we're almost now halfway through the year. So it's, it would be practical for me to take this photo today. If not, I'll come back in July if I'm not happy. But anyway, I'm going to walk around and get some fresh air, and then once I've found a composition and set up, I will come back to you. There's one thing that I need to sort out in my own photography at the moment is I tend to rush. I tend to find a nice photo or a nice picture, what I think, and then I rush it. And it's a habit I've got into, which I really need to break and spend a bit more time just tweaking little compositions and then just making my photography a little bit better. So that's one of the things I'm going to be looking at. From now on, I'm not going to rush my photography. I'm going to give myself time to do things. Like now, I've got all morning, all day to be quite honest. It's the first time I've had a day off for a long time, which I haven't got to worry about getting back, school runs. But anyway, so normally what I do is I come out after work, and then I'm like pretty tired and I tend to rush my photography. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to slow down a little bit, give myself more time, come out when I've got more time and I can really take my time again in taking some photos. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Right, I've just come across this bean field, to be quite honest, and I tell you what, it's got my favourite flowers that's literally growing out from. You've got some, like, all of a sudden there's these little poppies just poking their head up, this nice red vibrant poppies. And the poppies, to be quite honest, is my favourite actually flower. I just love the poppy, and actually what the poppy means, being a part of the British Legion and ex-army myself, so the poppy means a lot to me. What I'm going to try and do, I'm going to set up my camera and hopefully I can get a composition from here. If not, I'm not particularly worried, to be quite honest, because I'm going to literally walk around this poppy field and I can see the little red heads just popping up out of this. It's definitely a bean field. I can see some beans growing there. But yeah, so that's going to be, I'm going to set up my camera anyway, see what I can do, stick a long lens because I can't go tracing through these fields. If not, I'm just going to walk around and hopefully I can find some more. But I can just see like all these little red heads just popping up everywhere. So yeah, so if I find anything on this, I will actually set up my camera and get back to you. Right, okay, I think I've set up a composition. Lucky enough, there's a path actually, as you can see, so I've not actually had to trample down. You can see it's just here. I've not had to trample down any, well, I wouldn't do that anyway. I would actually try and get a composition without having to come in the field. But lucky enough, where the tractor's been coming through, it's a proper path way. I'm not having to trample on any crop to get this image. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn you around with this camera and I'm going to show you what I'm actually trying to photograph. Right, as you can see, there's this lonely little poppy in the middle of this bean field. I've actually set my camera up now. I've got the wide lens on. I'm actually zoomed in on around about 200mm, 225mm for this one, because I want to get a little bit of the, let me just turn you around. Right, that's better, so I can actually tell you what I'm trying to do. So anyway, you've seen the poppy. There's a couple of bumblebees actually in and out of the poppy, so it'd be really cool if I can grab some of them. But my camera's set up about 225mm. I'm on my shutter speed. I wanted a fast shutter speed for this one, which is 1/200 of a second, because the wind is actually slightly moving them around, so I want to get a nice crisp sharp image on this. I'm on an ISO 100 and I'm on f5.6 for this shot. Yeah, I really do like this. Like I just said before, the poppy is one of my favourite flowers, and I've been here for quite a while, and I've not even gone down to the cornfield, which I originally come down for. So I'm going to carry on taking a few more of these pictures, and then hopefully I can get some nice creamy background. It's a nice bokeh background, should I say, on this poppy. It's fully open, it looks undamaged, so this is the one that I really like. So what I do, once I've taken that picture, or should I say once I'm happy with this picture, I will show you that one now. Right guys, I still not managed to get to this cornfield. I will do, I can just see it over there, but I just had to stop because there's this beautiful orchard grass growing here. I've got a nice dark background, dark green background, and I've got some nice orchard grass. Look at this, just here, look. This is what I'm trying to photograph. Also, we've got this nice light coming through. I know it's harsh. As you can see, we've got some nice whispering clouds coming through now. You've got some nice sunlight coming through here, which is really good. It's really like lightening up these orchard grass. I've already got my camera set up, and I've taken a few images. I'm on f5, ISO 100, and of course it's giving me shutter speed of around about 200th of a second. So I've got bee flying around me. Yeah, about 200th of a second. So I'm getting some nice quick camera settings. That looks really nice in the back of the screen. I really do like this shot. I'm going to carry on taking a few more, because that dark green canopy of the woods and the trees behind it, it's just like this really dark green, and it just literally gives this nice bokeh effect behind this orchard grass. Yeah, and I really like it. I'm going to carry on taking a few more of these. And then no polarizer, it just as it is, straight from the camera. Like I said, I'm zoomed in around about 70mm on this shot, because I want to get quite a bit of this grass in. I don't want to zoom straight, like zoom right into it, so I want to get a nice frame on this picture. Like I said, I'm going to take a few more of these, and once I do, and I've post tested it and I like it, I will show you them ones now. Right, a little bit disappointed in myself actually. I honestly thought this was a cornfield when I walked past it a few weeks ago, but it's not. It's actually a bread wheat field. This is like wheat, what they use to grow bread. So yeah, so I honestly thought it was a like wheat field with all the nice husks and all that lot. But what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to be too disappointed. I'm going to walk around and see if I can find any compositions. You know, something might poke out, or the odd flower may poke out of the off this wheat. But what I'm going to do, if I find anything, I'm going to just walk along up here a bit more. And if I find anything, of course, like I always do, I'd set up and tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, I think I found a shot. There's some nice rye coming out of this wheat at the moment. There's two, I don't know if they're called ears or whatever, I don't know. I'll find out the right word for them. But actually, this two rye, it's just coming out with all the out of this wheat field. So I've tried to isolate that, then use the wheat as a bit of a bokeh, so it just gives it a blur, but it pulls out this rye. So anyway, I'm on manual mode. I'm on f5.6 again, ISO 100, and I've got a shutter speed of 1/320th of a second, to be quite honest. I wanted a fast shutter speed because it's slightly blowing blowing this rye around because it's quite taller than the wheat. But yeah, I think it's a nice little composition. The rye's sort of like giving it a nice bokeh the wheat is giving it a nice bokeh effect, and I've really focused in on these two ryes coming out. So yeah, so hopefully you like that. Once I process it, hopefully you like it, and I'll show you that one now. Right, I think I'm going to call it a wrap for the day now. I've taken three photos. I hope you like them. I mean, look at the weather at the moment. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I just love being out here on my own. I've virtually had this whole field. There's another field over there I've walked through. Couple of dog walkers. Actually, I saw my sister-in-law as well, walking her dog as well, which was a nice surprise. Had a little chat. So anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to call it a wrap for now. I'm going to walk through the woods because I've got to get back to the car. Like I said, woodland photography this time of year, even though what I love is my woodland photography, it's not very good because it's all overgrown and it's quite dark and gloomy in the woods. So I've taken a few other pictures along the way, like I normally do, and I'll show you at the end of this video. So please like, please subscribe. I really hope you enjoyed this video today, and I've just loved being out. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye now, and I will catch you on the next video. Take care all. Bye bye.